Welcome to my studio. My name is Michelle Cawthorn and I'm a visual artist. I live in the Sutherland Shire with my husband Peter Sharp, who is also an artist, and our youngest son, who has returned home due to the current situation. My practice is grounded in memory and personal experience, and in recent years the focus of that has been childhood memory due to my PhD research. Activate memory through the use of triggers and also through repetitive hatched mark making.
A Tiger in the Rain and Nan Told Me It Was Called Rhubarb are two works from my 2019 exhibition at Olsen Gallery called Manchester Road, concerned with my memories of a childhood home that no longer exists in Manchester Road in Guymu. So this is my studio. It's a really sweet little space that is under a house, and I've been working here for probably about 8 years now. This wall here is kind of like my pin board. It's got my art heroes on it and other things that mean something to me or I've found interesting over the years. So Carrie has asked me to discuss with you some of the things that I might be working on in my studio at the moment. And you can see this work behind me on the wall. It has actually been generated from feelings and thoughts that have been swirling in my mind during this period of isolation. In the first few weeks, I was really scrambling to get my teaching. I teach at university, Wollongong, and also UNSW as a sessional lecturer, and I teach painting and drawing. And we had to try and work out how we could move all of our studio classes into an online forum. So really for the first few weeks, I was preoccupied with that. But there was also a real sense of anxiety as to how our current situation was impacting our children, who are all in their 20s. Now that we are 6 weeks into this situation, I think I've come to a place of acceptance. And so this work that you can see behind me is my way of starting to try and make some meaning of what this experience has been. And I envisage that this will be the first of quite a number of works that that look to how I can essentially untangle the feelings and thoughts that have arisen through this period of isolation. The social distancing measures haven't impacted my studio practice significantly because I work from home, so that hasn't made a huge impact, although of course the move to online teaching has meant that I have had less time in the studio than I thought I was going to during this period. In terms of my professional practice, the social distancing measures haven't impacted me significantly because I didn't have any exhibitions lined up this year due to the fact that I'm completing my PhD. However, I do have 2 exhibitions scheduled for 2021. One is at Shoalhaven Regional Gallery and the other will be with my Sydney gallery, Olsen Gallery in Woollahra. Artists both absorb and reflect the world around them in their practice. And it's a great privilege to be an artist and to be able to connect with other people through what we do. And I think one of the things that art can do during times of difficulty is to remind us not just of the beauty in the world, but also of our shared humanity through the work that they make. Engaging. But there's one artist that I always refer to and have since I discovered his practice when I was 17 in high school, and that is Paul Klee. He has an incredible way of making the invisible visible. His work is full of whimsy and intelligence, and one of the things that I admire most about his practice was his willingness to be and to experiment with his work right throughout his career. We can't go and visit galleries physically at the moment, but we can visit artists' exhibitions online. And one of the things I have been really heartened by is the level of support that galleries have demonstrated towards artists. Be they regional galleries like Hazelhurst Regional Gallery, whether they're museums or whether they're commercial galleries. And in fact, some of the commercial galleries have really gone above and beyond. And that includes galleries like my own Olsen Gallery in Wallara and many others that have devised virtual spaces for us to be able to go and really engage with artist shows. And if I could right now, I would go and see Dale Frank's exhibition at Rosalind Oxley 9 Gallery in Sydney's Paddington. One artist whose feed I've really been enjoying on Instagram during this period has been Sarah Contos. She really does absorb and reflect the world around her in her practice, and that's been no more apparent than during this period. And her Instagram handle is Contos Fox. The other artist I've been enjoying is a ceramicist called Scott Duncan, and his Instagram handle is olslamsy. I think this period has been a really challenging one for all of us, and I have had to really think about what the positive is that I would take away from all of this. And it is a truism that artists are adaptable, but I think that's been really no more apparent than during this time. And I've been really heartened to see the level of adaptability exhibited by my colleagues, by my students, by artists, by my family and friends, and to see that occur with such grace and good humour and with bucket loads of kindness. So I think if there's anything I take away from that, it's the reminder of our shared humanity.